Hey everyone, it's Shun here. Very excited to be showing you this cool guitar. I'm really honored and feel really privileged to be playing Duesenberg guitars. Well, firstly, they're the most beautiful guitars that I think anyone has ever seen, right? You know, when I first saw them, I was like, wow, what is this? You know, they're just the most eye-catching guitars. Extremely beautiful and so well made. But you know, what's really special is when you pick them up and you start playing them. And that's when you start to realize how special these guitars are, because they're not just beautiful, but they sound like no other guitar and they feel like no other guitar. It just has a unique feel, the way the body resonates, the way the strings feel. I think why this guitar feels so good and sounds so good is because, you know, just acoustically they sound good. You know, even before you plug them in, when you just pick them up, before you go through an amp, they already sound good, just acoustically. You know, that's a big part of why they sound so good, I think. You know, an instrument is truly special when it pulls things out of you that you didn't even know were there. And that's like this guitar, you know, it pulls out music and, you know, emotions that, I didn't know were inside me. Because when you play it, the more you play it, you know, it gives you back everything you want. So, you know, every little thing you do, every subtlety you do, it kind of gives you back more of that. There's just so many cool things about this guitar that I'm so excited to share. Yeah, firstly, I mean, the way they're made. I mean, you can tell that they're made with the utmost care and attention and love and passion, because you can feel the passion, you know, you can feel the love when you play it. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff like these tuners are really incredible, you know. They're kind of the smoothest tuners, you know, the action on the tuners and the accuracy of the tuning is really kind of second to none. This one has a P90 in here and a humbucker that's made by Duesenberg, and just really special sounding. You know, they don't sound like any humbucker that I've ever tried. And the P90 also is a really nice, special sounding P90 pickup. I mean, I've never seen these kind of pickup designs before, you know, they're really special, really cool. But the best part about these guitars, to me, you know, is this incredible tremolo system. I think the best tremolo system I've ever played, best I've ever got to use. And it looks like a Bixby, but it's not a Bixby. It's designed by Duesenberg themselves, obviously. But it feels different. It's like addictive to use, you know. Sometimes even when you don't need to use it, you just want to use it just to feel that. Because it's like butter, you know. It's so smooth. I don't know how to describe it, but you have to try it to really know how this feels. And anyone who's ever used a Bixby knows the hassle, you know, it's like an event when you have to change strings on a Bixby guitar. Anyone who's played a Bixby knows this. But this, you know, they kind of solved that, and it has a really ingenious kind of, you know, the strings just go into the hole, you know. You don't have that stem where you have to put the ball end through. Just go in, over, under, and then just into the tuners, which is so nice. You know, I just changed strings yesterday and I was just reminded of how comfortable it is to change strings and still get, you know, this type of spring style action. Oh, the other great thing about this is this arm. You know, the arm is kind of also one of my favorite things about this guitar, because firstly, you can adjust it to kind of any action you want. So it could be really low, it could be really high. And also you can adjust the length, how long it is, you know, so you can get the exact action that you're used to. Yeah, that's a really good design, you know. Sometimes, you know, for different styles you want kind of a deeper action or something higher. So Yeah, this is really, really great. I kind of in love with this tremolo, you know. You don't have to adjust anything else, you know. It's here, just here, and then you adjust this, and really sensitive. The spring action on it is really, yeah, really incredible. These are just some of the features that, you know, I personally really, really love. Yeah, when the Duesenberg came, you know, it came set up perfectly too. I think they use a Plek machine, so you know, they came with kind of really low action and no buzz at all. I am kind of not used to that, you know. Usually you have a little bit of buzz, but this is kind of perfect. These instruments, you can feel they were made for musicians, for us, you know, from one heart to another person's heart. And they were made to inspire us to play. You know, every time I pick it up, it just feels like this guitar is a world of endless possibilities. There's just so much potential in what you can do with them, and they're so inspiring. I hope everybody gets a chance to try them. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about everything. You know, last night I was playing it, and I kind of fell asleep playing it. And it felt safe, it felt so safe and comforting, and then I woke up next to it too. And that felt really safe because, you know, you just kind of know, like, if the Duesenberg is close by, you know, inspiration is kind of right around the corner.